So you two are involved with Dressember, which is a nonprofit organization that combats and raises awareness about human sex trafficking.
So Dressember is a style challenge that Blythe kind of created to wear a dress every day in December or a tie to fundraise and promote awareness of human trafficking. The way we see it is if someone, is wearing a dress every day in December, then another individual is likely to say, why are you wearing a dress? What are you supporting?
Right.
And then that gets people talking. It really promotes awareness for the cause. We all have to get dressed every day, so anyone can participate.
Can you give me an example of what I feel like people have kind of, or at least I did, kind of an image of what sex slavery or sex trafficking looks like, and it happens in like third world countries. That's the conception I have. But you guys have said that it happens in every major city across the world. So can you give me an example of what modern slavery looks like?
Often when people think of sex trafficking, they think exactly that. They think of commercial sex tourism in countries like Cambodia and Thailand. But it is happening here in the US and in developed nations. It just looks very different. In the US, there's this unfortunate overlap with foster care. It's a fundamental human need to belong and to feel loved. And foster kids often don't experience that.
You have been open about the fact that you were molested as a child. And how does that, horrible happenstance affect your life?
It affects it a lot. I think, that happened when I was around age 4, and I had a language for it when I was about 12 or 13. And so for my whole teenage years into early adulthood, I just struggled with my self-worth and my value as a human being and as a woman. And it's certainly very connected to the work that I'm doing now. I have this kind of personal glimpse into the exploitation of women and girls and the shame that you carry as an abuse victim.
Yeah.
And the stigma.
It seems like you've done the ultimate and just turned something horrible into something wonderful. You know what I mean?
It has been really rewarding to
Yeah.
see that. Yeah, it feels really redemptive.
So I'm just going to throw some numbers out. Dressember's created a global community of 1,200 women in 32 countries who raised $165,000 a month in its first month. The following year, in 2014, you doubled the amount of global participants, and you raised almost $500,000. So that's very impressive. So what is your goal for December 2018?
So last year we had, in 2017, 8,000 participants that registered for Dressember.
Wow.
And 30,000 donors. And we raised just over $2 million. So
amazing.
this year, our campaign starts in October and runs through January, and our goal is $3 million.
And what are some of the countries that participants are in?
All over the US, Canada, New Zealand, London,
Finland, Abu
Yeah.
Dhabi, really
Wow.
every continent except Antarctica.
That's not a bad percentage.
Yeah.
Blythe, you've said that your interest in fashion, it felt shallow in the grand scheme of things. But I think it's so powerful that you were able to turn an interest that seems outwardly shallow to some people into a movement and a foundation that's literally like saving people. How stoked are you that like a style challenge has become your career?
It's wild. It's really, I guess, humbling, because I feel like how do I get to do this? A lot of people, when you bring up trafficking, they just sort of shut down because it is so heavy. And so Dressember really gives this easy, fun access point.
Yeah.
So that anyone, however busy you are, like Marissa said, you have to get dressed.
Right.
And so you can engage and actually have a really significant impact.
Marissa, can you explain a little bit about how you choose the organizations that you give the funding to that you raise? I know you do a lot with the International Justice Mission.
The International Justice Mission was our first grant partner in 2013, when Dressember was really getting its feet off of the ground. Now we have 12 partners,
Wow.
2 of which are international and 10 are in the US domestically. And the way that they're chosen is they're invited to apply for a grant with Dressember in the spring, and then that application is vetted internally and externally by a group of experts on trafficking. And really what we're looking for is to have grant partners in every region. So in cities around the US as well as internationally, and that are combating trafficking in their own unique way.
Do you guys know or some like warning signs to see like, oh, that's a definite sign of like a child being trafficked?
Often it happens to kids who don't have parents who are kind of as aware. If she starts showing up with tattoo, you know, like sometimes there's like a branding tattoo to show that she's marked, like she belongs to him, or she doesn't have the freedom to come and go, or, you know, like, oh no, I need to be with him. Like I can't hang out this weekend, or I can't, you know, that sort of thing.
Tell me the span of the campaign.
The campaign opens October 1st.
Okay.
That's when people can start fundraising, and they set up fundraising pages through our website. And then so you have from October 1st to December to kind of say, okay, this is what I'm doing, this is why I'm doing it. And then the month of December is where you're actually participating in the Style Challenge. And this all kind of leads us up to January, which is National Human Trafficking Awareness Month.
For those who don't live in Southern California, December is like an admittedly hard month to wear a dress. So what are some fun like style tips that you guys can give our audience on how to rock a dress when it's cold out?
Yeah, some of our like rock star advocates are in really cold places like Chicago, New York, Finland. Like you can wear pants under your dress, so people wear like snow pants like in some regions. This dress that I'm wearing is like a sweatshirt dress, so it's a lot thicker. It's actually one of our dresses from our collection. This is our 4th year releasing a collection of ethically produced dresses that are handmade by survivors of trafficking in Nepal. Marissa's also in one.
And who designs it?
The first 2 years I designed all the dresses, and after 2 years I was like, I'm out of ideas. I'll ask some women that I know that have good style, like I'll ask them to guest design, and that was last year was the first year we did that, and it was our best collection yet. Wow. And so this year we did the same thing. So our 8 styles are designed by 8 different women. Celebrity designers, an overcomer of trafficking in the US who designed one.
So on Dressember.org you can buy these awesome dresses, you can get involved and become an advocate, and find out more information about what the awesome work you guys are doing.